Hi there. Wow, it's so crazy that it's June already. So many questions came from my Live Better, Sell Better podcast episode with the one and only Kevin Dorsey. So I thought I would film this little free workshop for you all, talking about how do I know if management is the right fit for me. Okay, so now it's June. We're 6 months into the year, the halfway point. This is the perfect time for some honest self-reflection, especially if one of your goals this year is to become a manager for the first time. Now, I'm going to talk you through my must-ask questions to ask yourself before you consider jumping into a management role for the very first time. Number one, what is my personality type? I'm going to use this chart now as a reminder. So introversion, the definition of introversion is that you prefer environments of lower stimulation. That's it. So by contrast, extroversion means you prefer environments of higher stimulation. Going back to introvert, it doesn't mean you're shy. It doesn't mean you're quiet. Like, these are characteristics. But by definition, it's just about the amount of stimulation, because highly stimulating environments for introverts drain their energy. Whereas for extroverts, high stimulating environments, they gain energy. Big difference. Now, first step, reflect on yourself. Everybody's on the spectrum, okay? So all of us are ambiverts. Personally, I am 40% introverted, 60% extroverted, and I know my strengths and how I can adjust in certain situations. For example, in meetings, in my one-on-ones, my coachings, I put all of my energy in, but I know that afterwards I'll feel drained and I need some time to recover because I'm more introverted and I need some quiet, alone, focus time. Get to know yourself before you can then apply this to your team. Yeah, and new managers, don't fall down the trap of, hey, the loudest person in a meeting is the one with the best ideas. No go. They are extroverted, okay? Your introvert is not going to speak up in that team meeting, but they are going to be thoughtfully deliberating what's going on. And they might have the best idea, but they'll only share this after the meeting, perhaps in writing or in another form that they feel more comfortable. So don't fall into that trap. Challenge your assumptions. Get to know your personality type. Step one. Question number two, what are my intrinsic motivators in life? Okay, now becoming a manager is an immense responsibility. You directly impact other people's actual lives, and you can't go into this for the wrong reasons. So if your motivators are, you want to have control, you're looking for power, you want to make more money, these are the wrong reasons to become a manager, big time. Instead, if you really think about what really burns in you, like what is that drive that you have every single day to do your job? What is it? If the answer is, to be honest, you want to help people more than anything else, or you want to have a positive impact on people's lives, or another one could be, you want to master the art of persuasion, of influence, of teaching. These are some of the right intrinsic motivators to become a manager. Question number three, what are my core values in life? Why should you think about core values before becoming a manager? Well, as a manager, you will be making decisions every single day. Some big, some small, some quick, some take more deliberation. But you'll find yourself in contention a lot of, okay, what is the right thing to do? And here's where you rely on your values. So if your values are integrity, hard work, all of this stuff, dedication, loyalty, you will figure out the right decision to make, but they have to be aligned with your values. Next, question number four, are you ready to have your paycheck in someone else's hands? Now, this almost always catches a top performer off guard because you never think of it that way. Yeah, your paycheck is not in your hands anymore. Especially in sales, you don't have any control of your target. You're relying on other people. Okay, and there's a myth that as a manager you earn the most. It's actually your top performer in the team, especially in sales, that earns the most. So consider that. Number five, closely linked. Are you ready to give up control? Okay. Are you willing to actually take the fall for your team? Yeah, are you willing to have your job on the line because of other people? You don't have the control that you think you're going to have as a manager. Number 6, are you ready for your work ethic to no longer be tied to your results? Just because you as the manager are working the hardest doesn't mean that your team will get better. Lastly, number 7, are you ready to provide emotional support every single day to multiple people? Don't underestimate how draining that is. As a manager, you carry multiple hats. You're a therapist, you're a coach, you're a mentor, you deliver feedback, both constructive and positive. Like, you really need to use a lot of that emotional energy store that you have every single day. And don't underestimate, like, you also want to have some of that emotional energy left for your personal life, for your spouse, your friends. You don't just want to drain everything in your job. It takes so much patience and emotional intelligence as a manager, and this cannot be underestimated, the amount of emotional labor you carry every single day working with people. So those are my 7 questions. What is your personality type? What are my intrinsic motivators in life? What are my core values? Are you ready to have your paycheck in someone else's hands? Are you ready to give up control? Are you ready for your work ethic to no longer be tied to your results? And are you ready to provide emotional support every day? These 7 questions, you must sit down, reflect, and be honest with yourself before you jumpstart into your manager role. I wish you the best of luck, but remember, it's okay to not be the right fit to be a manager. Look, I know there's all this societal pressure and people's expectations that, okay, at some point in your career, you have to take that step and you have to be a manager no matter what. It's the only way, it's the right way. Absolutely not. It's so much worse if you're not the right fit to be a manager, to be in that role and to then have a severe detrimental impact on other people's lives. You will not be happy. The lives of your team will be negatively impacted. Nobody will be happy simply because you felt pressured or you just fell into the role. To avoid that. This can be prevented, and I'm on a mission to prevent bad leadership in the world, hence why I'm doing this stuff. So if you want to hear more, I'll be posting weekly little training workshops for free here in this channel. Subscribe. I've just started my Jumpstart into Leadership series. And if you're interested in learning more details and to get more of this stuff, enroll already in my Jumpstart to Leadership 35-minute bite-sized online course. The link is below. Subscribe, and I can't wait to hear your feedback, comments. Try this out. Let me know how it goes. Cheers, everyone. Take care.